4.
3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the Guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 112 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast all about the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is September 11th, 2017. It is currently 6:15-ish Airy Peak local time. Thank you very much for joining us.
In this episode, we have Loni, the Queen Lady. In this episode, we have Loni, the Queen Lady Raid leadin tank of face pull. Your converted shoutouts, raid reports with Eshelon, and all the most embarrassing stories about Esh you'll ever want, because Loni is here.
That is right, everybody. My name is Barfolomew. I am a paladin, and with us tonight we have Sal Mysis, the shaman. Sal, how you doing?
I'm coming at you from New York City, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my view.
That's been true forever, though.
Oh,
You're
it's
always
been
in
true
New
for
York.
years. I'm always in New York. But now you can see it behind me because of the window.
Windowed, yeah, windowed. I'm just gonna blow it.
It's a beautiful new age window that it always, for some reason, through this window is mildly sunset. It's picturesque because it's a picture. It looks fantastic. I think your setup here looks really great. You did a great job with it.
Thank you. I'm working on it. This is the first time I've been like on my regular computer with all this. I got this giant monitor now. I've got some soundproofing up. I'm I mean, I went to a party, is what happened. I went to a party, and I was the only one that showed up.
Stole a monitor?
I say
So,
this
guy, this girl
From someone
moved in
who
with
was
this guy.
kind enough to bring you to a party?
So this guy's roommate had moved out kind of in a hurry, and he left like a few TVs. He's like, I got like 3 TVs, and it's kind of a small place. He put up his nice TV, like hung it up, installed it on the wall, and it's like, I got like 2 TVs laying around. I don't know what anything to do with. So he's like, hey, do you want a TV? I'm like, yes. So I have this like 47-inch TV, and I put it on my desk like I'm going to use it as a monitor, except it is not a monitor. It is not a monitor. And now I know the difference between televisions and monitors. Well, I don't know. Is it HP or I don't actually know the difference, but I know that when I look at words on this, it's like all the letters, they're not just black, they also look kind of purple and red at the same time. And like they look like they change. Anyway, it's a you're not meant to be looking at it from 2 feet in front of you. So I got this giant thing that I guess I'm just gonna get a Roku for and like watch television. So none of y'all can see my TV though. So you just have to,
imagine it
and believe me, because I'm trustworthy.
I can see it in my head. It's mildly rectangular. It's got buttons somewhere on it, probably. Power cord of some flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Well, also with us is the absolutely lovely and talented Turarts the Hunter. Turarts, what's up?
Not much. It's been 3 weeks since we've been on, and that is way too long, but that happens sometimes. CTR stuff. I have been playing the CTRs. I have not fallen off Argus yet, thank God. So very exciting there with the WoW news and Overwatch. I'm Overwatching again. PUBG has helped me with Overwatch. I'm actually not terrible at Overwatch anymore. I actually did some things that helped my team instead of running around in circles like a fool. And last bit of news, I made Twitch affiliate. So that's kind of exciting.
Yay!
Yes.
Twitch affiliate.
So yay, thank you for everyone who comes and watches the streams and hangs out and whatever. But yeah, that was super, super exciting. I found out at work actually, and then the rest of work, I guess I had some like silly, funny grin on my face because my boss kept asking me, "Are you okay? Like, did you take something? Like, we cool?" I'm like, "I'm fine. Like, there's no drugs. It's just euphoria from Twitch affiliate." So Yay! All the excites there. I'm in that elite group of affiliates.
Okay,
Yay.
I just want to check. What does Twitch affiliate mean?
So
How does it different than for you?
for me, it's kind of like it's a step up from just being a streamer, I guess. It's in their program of you have just streaming, and then if you do so many things, you have so many followers, so many streams, you move up to affiliate, and from there you can do partner. Affiliate means that you can subscribe to me if you want to, like if you have that free Amazon thing, and Barf's an affiliate too, so you can subscribe to him as well. You can throw bits, which if you are doing bits right now, Twitch is doing a charity promotion. So if you cheer your favorite streamer, before you hit the send button for the cheer, add a hashtag charity, and they will donate 20% of what you threw at that streamer to Extra Life. So if you're going to do it, it's now through the 19th. We don't really talk about this stuff too much on this podcast, but it's a great cause, guys. If you're going to throw bits at someone who you consider a great content creator, a great streamer, do it now before you hit the send button. Add that hashtag charity, and they will donate 20% of what you cheered to Extra Life, up to $200,000.
Nice.
Last I checked, they were at like 54,000. It's probably more because it was last night. I'm sure tons of bits were thrown today. So it basically means that I can get revenue from streaming. And then you get cool emotes, which I still have to set up. There's a ton of stuff that happens when you're affiliate. You have to set things up. But yeah, it's very exciting. And right now, there's plans in the work for a PAX East. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
Another question. Who's your top cheer right now on
my top
Twitch?
cheer right now is someone named Summer Sal. I don't know if you've
Oh,
heard of
okay.
her, but Summer Sal came in at a one bit more than Cuddles, who was my top cheer. But yes, Summer Sal is my top cheer right now. So I saw you did that because I was streaming for a charity for anxiety gaming. All of a sudden Sal pops in and it's like 401. I'm like, oh, I know what she did there.
Just one more than Cuddles.
One more than Cuddles. But yeah, so affiliate's a really big deal. I mean, Barf's been in that club for a while now. It's allowing you to create content, and people can support you a little bit more if they choose to. But my role has always been, if you're coming and listening to me talk and listening to my eclectic music taste, like, thank you for that. So yeah, but Barf, you've it's been 3 weeks. What have you been up to, Sir Barfs-a-lot?
Well, like you were saying, the Warcraft thing, we got 7-3 going out, and we're out there on the planet, we're killing the demons, which there's been a lot of demons to kill, and I've been doing my best to make sure that they're all dead. Trying to keep up on all of that content, and also I've been playing a lot of console games, like you were saying, doing the Twitch thing. I think in the last couple of weeks I beat 2 Mario games and a Zelda game. No. Something like that. I don't know. I forget what I've been playing. But all of that happened, and I started a new Warcraft character because I don't have enough yet, that I'm focusing not only on doing Lore Master, but also on reading the quests and following the story and understanding the story of all the zones. And I mean all the zones. Like, it's an Alliance character, so I'm not going to be doing the Horde stuff on that character, but reading all the quest text, following the story of the zone, exploring the ins and outs of what all the bits and pieces are, because I always complained that it's too easy to just level halfway through the zone and then leave it without without seeing the story. To heck with that, I'm doing the story, darn it. So I've been trying to set aside time for that as well, but it's been a busy couple of weeks for sure, especially in Warcraft.
That's ambitious.
Well, I think it'll be fun. That voice you just heard, I'm sure that to many of you, she will need no introduction. She is the raid leader of Facebull. She pushes the mythic keys to the outer limits. She's one of the very superpowered lady tanks, and she's Eshelon's much better half. It's Loni, everybody!
Hi, guys.
So what have you been up to?
Loni!
Raiden, Facepull, we just downed Heroic, killed Jaden, so great job, team. Yay. Ready to report a little early.
Out of the curve.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Thanks, team. So that one was kind of making us a little crazy. It's a little tough. So, but we did good. And then just powering out the artifact knowledge or artifact power and getting around Argus, getting all the rep, doing all that thing. It feels like another expansion almost with
It really
all the new
does.
quests and everything going on. It's like a little, just a little mini expansion. I'm good with it. Thanks, Blizz.
Well, let's talk about you a little bit. What class are you famous for, and why is it the best class?
Yeah, I'm Prop Paladin. You see, well, my little homage to the Prop Pally uh, artifact weapon over there on the wall there. So that's going with me to BlizzCon. Pretty happy about it. But yeah, Ben Prop Paladin Lana Serorum is how you actually say my name, but Lonnie is fine. Lonnie is just good. That is my original WoW tune, and she's just been my main. I have a druid, but really, it's all pally power here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Pally power.
Love it, love it. I lived through just about anything, and that was the reason why I became prot at the beginning, is because I was like, man, I keep dying, so I got myself a shield and never turned back, So
The rest
that's
is
how it goes.
history.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so we were talking about like what happened when you got your stuff. Tell us about your Warcraft roots. What's going on there?
So I'm a Wrath baby. I took about a year to level up because I just kind of screwed around and didn't know what I was doing, noobed it around. And then basically when ICC was getting kind of old and stale for people, that's when I started getting into raiding and stuff. So we met Esh in early Cata, and we've been raiding together since. Got married somewhere in there, and then we've had raid teams. We had raid team before we became CTR, and did that for a little while, and then after we came back to the game, we were like, well, we gotta start out fresh again, even though there are people on our current team and have been on the CTR team that were from the previous team. We kind of pulled them over because CTR, it's awesome. So everyone wants to be here. And so that's how we came to be over here in CTR making Facepull. We wanted to. I have to be a tank, so you kind of have to. If you're locked in to the class that you're playing, you have to kind of like make the team around that situation.
Make the team around it.
It's kind of either that or you just become kind of founding members and anchor the team. That's kind of how tanks are. We're just kind of like pillars that don't move and get bashed around a little bit. But that's how I see myself.
Okay, all right.
So, speaking of being a tank and just holding down the team, I hear you run 5-mans like a boss. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things that we like to do in Facepull is make sure that, because it's so important to get that box at the end of the week and get it as high as you can. We try and run 5-mans. We'll run. I think I've run 2 10s and an 11 at least this week. So. But we just try and pull as many people in from the team, make sure everybody's got a good key, so that they've can get a good gear out of their box on Tuesday. So that's something that we think is important in the team. But we run those mythics.
Well, something I'm curious about. So you do the rating thing. We got the mythics down. As an event planner, what kind of not so serious WoW activities do you participate in?
Oh yeah. The trial of style thing, that was so awesome. Yeah, we had so much fun. We got together as a group, and we went in as a pre-made thing and just laughed our butts off like hours. We were in there. It was ridiculous. We were just like, another one. So I like transmog, run around and do old content, and try and gather it all, must collect it all. All the plate, all the Scantalus, all the Scantalus tankinis and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. Okay, Smoke Monster in the chat room says Loni cut her hair for the first time during Trial of Style. Is that true?
It is true. I got the barbershop
you got the achievement
during Trial of Style. And I logged out like that, and I didn't even recognize my character on the screen. I was like, what is... Oh, yeah. So it was pretty cool. So the transmog thing, like to run around and do that, and pet battles. So
Nice.
that's how I stay on one tune. A lot of people are like, man, you get bored and run an alt or something like that. And I'm like, no, because like Barf's doing Lore Master. I've done a lot of Lore Master on Loni when it's, when it's slow and stuff. I've done a lot of that. And then when it was slow in WAD, I started pet battling. So went back, got basically all the pets. So it's a lot of fun, and now I'm hooked. Now I have to do pet battles, and they just keep on throwing pet battle content out, and I just keep gobbling them.
Hey, speaking of pet battles, what's the deal with that hole you have in your wall? With the shelf.
A hole I have?
Is that not a hole? It looks like a hole.
It's shield.
It's shield? Oh, that's a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
she
that
was
was a
showing it
hole
off.
on your wall.
No,
Okay,
this is my
Okay, what is
my
that then?
shield. This is my shield.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I can get it in the... Oh, I'm tethered. There we go. Now you can see it.
Okay, did you make that? You must have made that.
Oh, yeah. Can you see it's lighting up?
It's lighting up! Oh,
Oh, that's awesome.
By the holy light!
Oh,
Yep. This is going to
That is-
BlizzCon.
oh,
That
that
is
is
amazing.
cool. It's got the runes on it and everything. Okay, so, yeah. Also, there's like a ramp behind you.
Yes, the ramp is for the real live pets that are here.
Aw.
If you have watched Eshelon, you know that this is part of the kitty palace that is our house. So yes, we have 3 cats, and they rule. So we give them the incline, and right over there is a window for them to hang out and look at the birds and stuff, and kitty TV. So
Kitty TV.
I love it.
I honestly thought, because your shield has a black kind of round in the middle. that it was like a place for your cat to like pop out of or something.
That would
Oh
be
my God.
amazing.
please, we've
Do
thought
it, S,
about
do it.
we've thought about putting like holes between the rooms and stuff, and like a kitty tube like suspended and stuff like that. It's all in the maybe. But we've got crazy plans, ideas, maybe.
Oh, kitty cats. All right. Well, okay. Something that I actually didn't find out until recently, you and I spoke on the phone, was that you're actually the raid leader of Facepool. Now, originally, I just wanted you on because we hadn't really had you on, and I'm like, man, I want like a badass like tank girl on the show, because we were starting listing off like all of, like the awesome like female tanks we have, like in the guild, and like your name obviously came up. I'm like, man, let's get Loni on, and then I had Eshelon, turn his head and go, hey, can you do this thing? Yeah, on one of our post shows. So I'm really happy to have you. But I was just thinking, let's just learn about Loni, But then you told me that you're actually the raid leader now of Facepool. When did that come about?
A couple months ago, something like that. But you know, between Ash and I, we always raid lead together. So it's kind of like tomato tomato. He was getting a little burnt out with kind of like just all the pressure and stuff like that. So instead of just quitting and having this big upheaval in the team and all this other stuff, I was like, why don't you just kind of take a step down, I take a step up, and we'll be good. So um it more or less functions the same and stuff, except that I just take care of more of the managerial stuff and hold the meetings and have the last say, and it's like normal.
And Ash is in the chat room going, "Woof, time to relax."
So then, I guess, would you say that he's more of like the raid assist role? You're the raid lead. Does that kind of how it works
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah, he does a lot of the raid calling and stuff like that. We have in Facepool, we've got officers, so
Okay.
we're kind of we have our little officer chat and stuff in our Discord. And so if there's a choice of like, new recruits, or, do we keep working on this boss, or do we flip it to Mythic, or, how much time do we want to spend our rating hours doing this or that? That's what a little officer chat's for. So
Nice.
yeah.
So how does that work with being a raid team in CTR? I mean, does being part of the guild have advantages and disadvantages as far as the way the team is constructed, or things like that? It says here in the show notes that you have points to make.
I do have a couple of points to make. Being in CTR is awesome. We're here because of the people, hands down. CTR's got the best people. It's got the best community. Raiders come, and it's a really good, really really good bonds between the teams and stuff like that. We have a lot of good friends that are raiding kind of like alongside Facepool, and that's kind of how I visualize it, like this, alongside. But sometimes there are things that are tiny a bit annoying, like not being able to use the bank exclusively for your raid team, um, and you end up just mailing each other things, which is okay, but that's just that's just that's just one of the trade-offs that you have to deal with. When you have a team, you can't rely on we can't rely on the guild bank. We have to rely on networks of each other, and each team in each sub guild has to be autonomous. You either everybody fends for themselves in the team, or like we've got somebody who brings a feast every time, we got somebody who makes a cauldron every time, and all of those things that provide for us. We've got somebody who makes Vantis runes, and that's not cheap. So, but we have to contribute as members of the team. We all contribute to each of those things, to each of those people. But it's less easy without the bank as it's set up by Blizzard. The communities, uh, just the having the community here is worth it. Oh, and the other thing that I had was that when a guild achievement pops up, lots of times that ain't your achievement. It's another raid team in the guild, which is great, and you're like, yay, but it's not like, it doesn't feel personal. It only feels personal when you've done it. So anyway, but just having CTR here as like the base of operations, is so good, because players fall out, life things happen, and then they come back and they know that they're not adrift. They can just pop back into CTR. They can knock, 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 see, hey, what's going on, and get right back into things. So it's worth it.
Right on.
Oh, do you have ways that you kind of do you have ways that you get around some of these things like the bank? Like some people have a team bank where they just have like an alt, like a bank
yep.
alt. Yeah, I know the Salad Senate has one of those.
We don't have anything like that set up. We just mail, everybody on the team knows like who does what, you know, and if you have cooking mats to contribute, you send them to Guernica. If you've got mats to go to for the cauldron, you send them to Deacon Dawn, you know, and things like that. So it's just a mailing system. But what think about how that works. I don't know. It just with having a bank alt, you gotta like log out and log back in and stuff. How does that work with the Salad Senate?
Well, I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I know what they used to, but what it was just like having a guild. Just people throw stuff in the bank and even like donate gold to the bank, or they use that gold to like, hey, we're gonna buy someone a piece. You know, like, hey, our tank really needs something. And no one can create it or something, but we know it's going to cost $70,000 or something. We'll just go get it, and it's just pooling resources.
So everybody on the team has an alt that's in the bank guild. Is that how it works?
Yeah, no, I don't know if they're still doing this. Okay,
oh, that's neat.
But
that's a neat idea.
Ago, you know,
yeah.
And we'd actually heard this from Convert Trade podcast who talked about like having a alt. Like bank guild, right?
I will say.
And go ahead, Turarts.
I would say one of the reasons, because we get asked all the time as officers, why don't you have the max number of guilds for toons? And one of the things is because we can't control this bank system for raid teams, we want players to feel like they can have that one toon that is an alt for their raid team or their auction house. Since it would be impossible to figure out a fair way to make people have access to the bank. But yeah, that is something, the alt bank thing was a built-in solution.
We've made some progress on this as a guild. I can say that Kara, one of our greeters, and an all-around awesome person, has been really kicking a lot of butt as far as maintaining the banks as they are and making sure that as many people as possible have access to the different tabs that are organized to have different things in them. I don't 100% exactly remember how they're organized, but my understanding is that the last time I looked, it was very neatly laid out. She mentions it in Discord every once in a while that, hey, I just reorganized the banks again. Please go in there and find the things that you need, or please like feel free to leave things in there if you want. We made sure everything's arranged so you can find it easily. Unfortunately, there just aren't enough tabs in a guild bank to have a tab for each team, which would, I guess, be another ideal solution. This tab is for this team, this tab is for that team. But, you know, until we get unlimited guild bank tabs, which probably never going to happen. I mean, our team, the rubber chickens have been doing the mailing to each other thing, just like you've been doing. Like, it seems like the easiest, quickest way to make things work.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's an unfortunate limitation that mega guilds have been dealing with for years.
Pros and cons, yep.
Yeah, it's
pros and cons. Oh well, we make it.
Yeah, so if anyone has ideas about how to take care of this,
CTRofficers@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you've got the magic bullet, if you got the magic bullet solution, I want to hear it.
Let's see. Oh, you were telling me about this crazy website. Please tell us all about it. All about your website.
I love team websites.
Okay. So you guys got to go to facepullctr.com. Pull it up. Actually,
typing with one hand.
Say it again.
Let's see.
facepullctr. Just facepullctr.com. Check it out. We have our healer, Candyman.
Here we go, guys.
He is amazing. So, we had a website before, and Voice made it happen. She did a great job. I thought it was good and stuff. And then Candy went 9, and and it's amazing. Like, it's streaming and in the background. That's one of our kills. And it's got tabs for everything if you're ever interested. We have all of our policies up there, application to our team, screenshots, live streams, and videos. Candyman also does really cool like compilation videos. So I highly recommend the YouTube channel that he set up for the team. It's got it in the show notes.
Awesome.
It's just a face pull YouTube. It's all gobbledygook there. It's not easy to say over the internet.
Oh, sure. But I'm definitely going to add this to the show notes. You'll be able to find it in the description in iTunes or in the YouTube. So you'll be anyone who's listening to this in any way you're doing it, you'll be able to find it.
Cool. So yeah, we usually have about 4 people live streaming whenever we're raiding, and then if it was something interesting or whatever, Candyman, he'll like take little bits and pieces and splice them together and do like a little highlights thing, which is a lot of fun to watch. So he's got a couple of them up there. They're pretty fun. The most recent video that he did was of Ash trolling the team after we do after every raid night we play Portal Roulette. And if you don't know what Portal Roulette is, you have a mage and they stand there precisely still and they cast multiple portals right on top of each other. You need at least 4. You need at least 4 to do a really good Portal Roulette. We've been doing this for years. So, and then when he says, okay, there's enough portals out there, you click. And if you hold your cursor over the portal, it just like goes bananas. It doesn't know what to do. And you just click and you don't know where you're going. But Dalaran Crater is always one of the portals that is cast. And so you have a quarter chance, to be falling to your death, or, a lot of classes have immunities or levitate or something like that. So they don't necessarily fall to their death, but sometimes they do. And that's fun. So this particular time, Ash was there and a couple of the raid team members were there, and a couple people died and they got rezzed at the bottom there. And then he's like, all right, here's a real portal. And so he puts up a portal. Everyone clicks it. It was another Dalaran Crater portal.
I love it.
Troll.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It was awesome.
That is pretty great, man. That's much funnier than anything I've ever been able to do on the Paladin, because I'll drop the Jaina's Locket portal and send people to Old Dalaran, but they're like, I have a Hearthstone, I can just leave. It's not as funny. I just want to kill people. Do you have any shout-outs?
Yes, of course. Shout out to the team, of course. I have to. We killed Jaden, guys. We did it. It was kind of like tears and sweat, but we did it. And thank you to the whole team, and especially to the people that had to sit out. We had to trim the team down a little bit because we had to make certain DPS checks. We actually did it with 3 healers. So we had to kind of crunch time so that we wouldn't get the Armageddon right before the dark phase where Illidan plays hide and seek with you. And because we were dying because we had that debuff on us, and obviously no healing until you find Illidan. So we figured that if we could go into that phase before that last Armageddon, if we could just push him, then we could do it, and we did it. So
nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Good on your teammates for sitting out the ones that needed to. I'm sure you'll get it again.
We're gonna flip it around and get everybody there ahead of the curve. So, and if I could say one more thing, getting ready for BlizzCon. Anyway, so there's 5 people on the team from Facebook going to BlizzCon, and it's about that time of the year where we do something like a Facebook t-shirt. So we've got a design. It's on Teespring right now. It's teespring.com Facebook t-shirt 2017. And if you could put that link, that would be great. So it's got our Facebook logo on the front and that homage to the Porto Roulette on the back. So
Nice.
it looks pretty cool.
While Sal's working her magic with that, I have to bug you for a second because we have a tradition on this show, and you need to close all your browsers and Google Docs and Ash make sure she's not cheating. I need you to give us your raid roster. Who's on the team? We've talked about them enough. Let's find out more about who's on this team.
Okay. I've been practicing. So
love it.
And I know everybody, but then like I'll forget a whole class. And I'll be like, hunters. So I'll start with them. Hunters. We have Apox and Gore. And shamans, we have Big Angry. We have Smoke Shock. And we have Tuki. He's one of our newest team members. And mages, Esh, Bear, and Tinkerspell. And one more range, we have a Druid, Forik. I think that's all the range. Melee, we've got Junkster. He's currently on a DK. Who knows what he'll be next week. And we've got... Oh, I forgot about Warlocks. We've got Darth Jerish and Dotalots. And we've got Demon Hunters. We've got Lay and Guernica and Amaranta. And we have one rogue, Junie. Pretty sure that's all the DPS. We've got healers. We've got 2 priests, Deacon Don and Candyman, and Kempo and Izzy, who was on the show a couple months back. Izzy, the Paladin. And me and Yamo are tanks.
That was a fun show. Yeah. And what was that? What was that at the end?
Oh, Yamo and I are the tanks, of course.
That's right.
I think. Okay,
go ahead.
You got it. Nope, they said you got it.
Everyone's like, woo, woo, yeah.
There were some words about missing ones, but I think you got them.
Well, the big one was Yamo, because they've been hyping up Yamo all night. Yamo's like the best for last. So, yeah, your team, Facepole, is out in full force tonight.
They are
filling up the chat room and trolling you like crazy. I like it. Including your husband, who I know is within hitting distance.
On cue. Love it.
That's awesome.
It's designed this way so that when it starts, jamming on crazy stuff, I just go.
Oh, I know. I'll be talking to him and then his head will bounce. I'm like, oh, okay. And Turarts has the hiccups. It must be that time of night, ladies and gentlemen.
Only one glass. That's not hiccup worthy.
Cool. Well, hey, did you have anything else you want to bring up before we kick you off?
No. I think I'm done. I'm good.
Doing Facepole proud, I would say.
I think so. Cool.
Normally we hang up on you right now, but we're not going to do that.
No, I'm just going to pass it over.
I can't hang up. I don't know what to do.
Bye, Loni. Well, Bar's freaking out because we have ruined the Matrix system. Let me talk about guild events while we're getting Ash back on here. First off on Fomarts. Me. Guild calendar, guys. We have so much stuff on there. We have stuff on there all the way out to October, like 29th right now, which is the week before BlizzCon, by the way, if you're counting down those beautiful days. So check out the guild calendar. All sorts of amazing things. October 6th, which is a Friday. Mark your calendars because we will be hosting our live stream. Thank you for those of you who've opted for that for the CTR party that was funded.
Sorry, when is that again? When is that?
October 6th, which is a Friday night.
Okay, Friday night.
Cuddles and I will be hanging out. We'll be doing games. You can bet your butt we'll be doing some Overwatch, maybe some Quiplash. We'll see what happens. There'll be clips and all sorts of fun things throughout the night, just as a way to thank those of you who maybe can't make it to BlizzCon but helped contribute to the Kickstarter that we did a few months ago. God, it feels like it was much longer, but it really was not that long ago. There is a mini Minnesota meetup happening for those of you in the area. Saturday, September 30th. Well, it's a weekend thing. So Friday the 29th, there's going to be dinner around 6 at a to-be-decided place. And then Saturday the 30th, the Minnesota Rinse Fair will be happening, which is at Minnesota, obviously. I'm not quite sure where in Minnesota, but all the details can be found at a link that I will be posting here in just a second in Guild Chat. But yes, there's a Minnesota meetup that's going to be happening. So come hang out with your fellow guildies if you're in the area. So yeah, tons of exciting stuff there. We are 4 months, 2 weeks away from the CTR 5-year anniversary. I am pushing around the idea. This is not the official announcement. It'll be officially announced in 2 weeks if I'm officially doing it. A professions fair again for year 5. We did it.
Oh boy.
We did it 2 years ago. And with the help of some lovely people in the guild alone, which is no more, but they used to be really big on the CTR server, or the Airy Peak server, not CTR server. We did it and it was successful and it was great. There has been some talk about people wanting to do it again. I am looking at logistics. I am still looking at logistics, but it might be happening. So next time we will officially announce. So if you are 100% for this or against this, now is your time to speak up, friends, before I make a decision. But year 5 is coming up super fast, guys. I know BlizzCon is 2 months away, but goodness, I cannot believe that we're making this to year 5. It's exciting. Like, holy heck, Batman. And then yeah, watch that guild calendar. Tons of great stuff coming up. Minnesota meetups happening. And yeah, BlizzCon. We're gonna do October 6th. We're gonna have that. Thank you for those of you who donated but may not be able to make it to BlizzCon. I think that's it for guild events. I think I've hooked it up as much as I can. So I think it's time for Esh to do his thing.
Is it time for a raid report?
It's time for that.
All right, let's do it. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, lots of kills. 5 normal kills, 42 heroic, and 2 mythic kills, progression kills. And that's for raid 7, 8, and 9 of tier 20. Mischief Moose took out Fallen Avatar. Rubber Chickens, Room with the Moose, and Gluttons for Punishment all killed KJ on normal. We've got Gluttons for Punishment also taking out Harjatan. The Rady Brunch, Banana Republic, both took out Demonic Inquisition. Let's see, we've got HTX, took out Mistress Sazine. Sisters fell to Hump Day Heroes, Bacon and Kegs, and the Troublemakers. Let's see, and we've got the Desolate Host has been tackled by Rolling Thunder, Hell to Pay, and Gruel's Gone Wild. Heroic Maiden was killed by Council of Chaos, From the Ashes, Resolve, Line of Sight, TLDR Just Pull, Hydra Volunteer Fire Department, Marginally Competent, Salad Senate, and Boats and Hosen. And Boats and Hosen also, guess they just got back together. They got the team back together because they just pretty much progressed the whole thing. So they're still working on Fallen Avatar and KJ, but Boats and Hosen progressed all the other bosses. As far as Fallen Avatar goes, we've got 5 new kills: Raid 6, Project Fail Sauce, Highly Offensive, Asparagus Initiative, and Dark One's Own Luck. And our brand new Ahead of the Curves go to Facepull, Casually Elite, and Rectified. So good job to those 3 teams, mine included. And for the Mythic progression, we've got, let's see, Edamame took out Mythic Harjatan, and Warfront killed Demonic Inquisition. Ooh. So that's what we got as far as new kills go, and we got some teams recruiting. Just go through some of the most recent Discord advertisements. Salad Senate's recruiting DPS and a healer. They raid Wednesday and Thursday, 7 to 10 server. Find them on the guild website, guild.converttoraid.com/teams. Casually Elite is recruiting DPS, rating Tuesday, Sunday, 7 to 10 server. You can whisper battle tag Araxial 1384. That's URAXIAL, number 1384 on Discord. Help to Pay is recruiting DPS, rating Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 11 server. Remember, the server times are all Pacific Standard Times, so you can apply on the CTR website or contact at Nick Dizzle on Discord. That's NIKDIZZLE. Probably find him in the CTR Discord, I'm sure. Rolling Thunder's recruiting DPS. They raid 5 to 9 server. And at Rune42 on Discord. EREWN 42. Let's see, the Troublemakers is looking for a healer and would prefer a Resto Druid Sunday and Monday, 5:30 to 8 server. Contact Blue or Izzy. Our friend Isilidor. And Facepool is looking for ranged DPS. Tuesday, Thursday, 8 to 11 Eastern or 5 to 8 server. And you can contact me or Loni.
So many lovely teams.
A lot of kills this week.
A lot of kills.
I love that our community is so active right now. And, it always has been, really. But just all the kills, all the people getting together, all the people joining teams, running mythics. Hey, here's a question I meant to ask Loni. Ash, what's the highest y'all have ever pushed a key to?
Oh boy, it's been a while since we pushed much past 15, but when I would
15.
I would call it
I
would call it season 1. I would call it season 1 back, in the early goings. We probably pushed to 17 or 18, somewhere in there. So
That's nice.
I think we probably 2-chested to 15 and then barely killed a 17. That's probably the extent of it.
Probably not in the timer.
Yeah, we didn't do the 17 in the timer, so. But I know we've done many 16s in the timer. So.
Ash, I completely forgot to ask Loni embarrassing stories about you.
That's too bad.
Ash, please give us an embarrassing story about Ash.
Doggone it. You missed your opportunity. She'll be back in a year or two. Sure.
I said, Ash, please give us an embarrassing story about Ash.
Me giving an embarrassing story about... No, I can give you an embarrassing story about Loni, though. Okay.
We'll take it.
Okay. So Loni doesn't... Here's my embarrassing story. Loni doesn't heal. She doesn't heal. And there's a reason for that. She tried healing in Cataclysm. So tried to heal a 5-man. We were running a 5-man.
You can hear her in the background finishing his sentences.
yeah. She's heard this story like 30 times. And so she was there. So what happened is by the end of the dungeon, she's so mad. She's PO'd, man. She's had it. And so she's like, I hate this. This is so stupid. I hit the buttons and the spells don't work. They just don't work. I know I'm doing it right. I'm targeting the person. I'm hitting the button and it's not working. And we found out, I don't know, a couple of days after that she was actually not like casting the whole spell. She thought everything was instant cast like a tank. So she's just like, Lord. She didn't understand like cast bar. Like, oh yeah, she just dances, man. She's just like, she's all, like her strafe button gets more use than her active mitigation. It's true.
I saw that hand there. That was great.
It's true.
Did you see him flinch just now?
Right. She's like, how do you dodge things? Well, like there's something to dodge. So anyway,
any PvPer will tell you that she is completely right. That is absolutely how you dodge.
Right.
That's just not absolutely how you heal.
Right.
That's how I heal.
So,
lots of stains still normally for healing, but I love it. I absolutely love it. While we're continuing this chat room, this is a great time to get me your shout outs and I'll read them. Since it takes like 30 seconds for this all to catch up, but that is
it does. Well, I have some Twitter shout outs.
Oh,
yeah. You want to hear them? You want them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I got one from Yamo, who's in the chat room tonight. just hear Loni in the background. Okay. Shout out to Loni. Don't be in front of the boss. Oh, it's you. No, okay. Shout out to Loni. Don't be in front of the boss. Oh, it's you. There's got to be a story there that I don't know.
I don't know what it means.
And there's a big fluffy kitty cat.
This is a kitty cat.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you know that whether or not Loni has
fun.
cats? How do you know whether or not Eshelon has cats? Just
Well,
wait a
cats
minute.
if
He'll
she has
tell you.
cats, so, yeah.
I mean, you're cat guy. Okay, so Silverbolt says, thanks for coming out tonight for Brawlers Guild fun with Convert to Raid shenanigans. Got my mount too. What? And she was specifically pinging Frazzle-tastic on that. It's awesome with those Brawlers events. And our third one here is from Tink. Okay, says shout out to CTR Guild, Adam B. Geek, Belschnickel, and converted CTR and all the Floridians from this Texan in Colorado. You know what to do. That's right, Tink. I think he echoes all of our thoughts to our friends in Florida. I saw lots of our guildies giving us reports, in Discord, specifically, you know that we're really close to Navox and his wife, Ms. Geek Chic Lisa, and she had to weather the storm without her hubby, and she was messaging some people, and I saw that, and it's scary. She goes, here it comes, and she was telling us, like, oh, it's the eye of the storm. It's like she just like went through the whole thing, and I was just terrified for this woman, and I'm like, this is what everyone is going through down there because they weren't able to leave. So Lisa and Navox actually made our theme music for us. Spent a lot of time on that. Definite friends of ours, and they're fine. They're fine now. I believe their in-laws are without power, but there's a lot of our guildies who are misplaced right now. I know Hokie is misplaced at the moment. I'm not sure when he'll be able to come back. Belschnickel, he was showing us photos of what was going on. No, everyone's fine, but our hearts are with you for sure.
For sure. Yes, I have just one chat room shout out, unless we get some in here while I'm reading this one. Zeph says, shout out to Facepool. And I would agree. This was lovely having them on. I'm glad we finally did it.
We've had Facepool on like every 6 months for 4 years.
Yeah.
We had Izzy on. We've had Ash lives here now.
Yeah. But we had Loni on, and it was different. Different Facepool.
No. I mean, best Facepool.
Yeah.
With Loni, right? And I'm super happy, but let's not pretend that Facepool hasn't been represented on the show.
No, they have been. They have been. Shout out to Cuddles and Cuddlewife. So glad to hear they're both okay after Irma, and that's from Winchester.
Right.
And agreed. Yes, they worded out. Word out. They hunkered down too and weathered it out. There's the word. Words. Fun. We talked about them in the pre-show, but yeah, they're doing great. They didn't lose power until after the storm.
Until after, yeah.
Because I was PUBGing with them during it, so.
It's crazy. Like the wind's howling outside.
It was too.
Chicken dinner!
And that's what was happening, actually. Shout out to Navarre for the Friday normal raid. Very supportive and encouraging. Go event staff. That's from Hawkeye.
Oh.
Couple last minute chat room shout outs.
Well, my one shout out today has to go to Sapphire the Red Fox, who just showed up in the chat room halfway through the thing. She must have signed up for Twitch somehow, figured it out. Sapphire the Red Fox is my 12-year-old daughter who's at her mom's house. And she's, Loni told her she was going to be on the show. So here she's on the show, she's in the chat room. She's like whispering me right now, like trying to figure out who I am. Like, are you Robert? Is your name Robert? Like, she's trying to figure out who her daddy is in here. So I just whispered her back just to make sure she's on the straight and up.
I'm trying to find her. Has she been talking in the chat room at all?
No, I don't.
She's actually been whispering me.
Oh, has she? Oh, that's
She has.
funny.
She wants me to tell Loni that she thinks your shield is pretty awesome.
Your
Yeah,
shield is
she's supposed to
awesome.
be. I didn't
Except
quite
for
know
the
who
red
it was, but
boxes.
they were super nice. And I'm like, okay, I'll whisper them. But yeah, she was whispering to me. Oh, that's exciting.
I
Yep,
love
so
that you got your kids on Twitch.
she figured it out on her own. I don't know. Smart kid.
Man.
What's her main? What's her Overwatch main?
What is her real life name? Her Overwatch name?
Overwatch main.
Main.
Oh, I don't think she plays Overwatch.
Oh,
I know
are
what
you
her
doing?
Warcraft
As a
main is, though.
Father.
Yeah, she plays a druid in Warcraft.
Yes.
So, yeah. She's playing a druid in Warcraft. And I think she's got a paladin, and I don't know. She's probably made
Oh, Pally family.
like 6 characters. So, she plays a lot of Minecraft. Plays, I don't know. She does a lot of drawing. She's actually put up a crap load of YouTube videos. She's Sapphire the Red Fox on YouTube.
Did
does
you
silly
just
stuff.
plug your daughter's
She
YouTube
did.
channel?
Yeah, that is adorable.
Totally plugged it. Totally plugged it.
I love it.
So she does.
Aw.
Like I've showed her how to use OBS on the laptop, so she'll draw stuff in Paint, and she'll stick it up on YouTube. And then when she's at her mom's house, she'll do just little short videos and stuff with her phone or with her tablet or whatever. Put that up.
This is so cute. I'm all cry. I love it.
Pretty good.
No.
Wow. All right. Did we get one more? I think we did. No,
Nope,
that was
we are
that was
done with
all good.
time. Yep. Ash did his shout outs.
Well,
All right. What about you guys?
Okay, I want to shout out to Wares, who has, although I'll hardly ever talk to him anymore, he is really consistent about getting us our show on the calendars and telling people about it and tweeting about it and stuff. And I really do appreciate that. It's a big like weight off of me to know that someone is going to go into Guild and be like, okay, guys, it's time for the show, blah, blah, blah. So I really like that. You know, I never have to, unless he's not, if the hurricane's coming to Louisiana or something, but he always tells me. So it's like, oh, great. Where's he just helps us out a lot. So thank you so much. And I forgot who else I was going to shout out to. So go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. Shout out to, I had something, I completely lost it. Shout out to all of you who helped me make affiliate, because the only hurdle I had with that program was the 7 unique streams, which is usually the easiest one for everyone. And it's because of this community. The followers and the concurrent viewer count was never an issue. And that is because of you guys. Thank you to the CTR Guild, because you guys are coming at it with donations for this 5-year anniversary already. And I am loving it. 5-year. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. If you're like, hey, I have pets or mounts or things or gold just hanging out and I don't know what to do with it, send it to Turarts. Tell me it's for actually, if you send me it, I'm not going to just use it. I assume when people send me stuff, it's for the guild. So I just shove it in my alt bank. No, I don't use it. I've actually had people send me things before saying, hey, I noticed you didn't have this pet. And I was like, that's super sweet. I'm going to put it in the bank that I have for guild prizes. Because I feel bad taking things from you guys. The only thing I ever took was when Alone said they wanted to thank me for helping them. So they gave me the challenge mode runs. And I went to Pat Crane. I was like, am I okay to take this? And he's like, if you don't, I will. I was like, oh, then I'm going to take it. Never mind. It's mine. But no, thank you guys so much for all the donations. Please keep them coming. Year 5 is going to be legendary. I'm so excited. And if you donated the CTR party but can't make it, come hang out with us on October 6th. We're going to do an epic live stream. Me and Cuddles will entertain you all night. And of course, on November 3rd, I believe that's that Friday, because dates are hard. Yes, you're going to hang out with. Sounds right. It's the 3rd. It is the 3rd. I always want to say the 4th. By the time it's over, it'll be the 4th. You get to come hang out with me during the live stream while it's on happening. It sounds like it's far away, guys, but I think we're down to like 3 episodes before then, maybe 4. So it's really not that far away. No, it's not. I think those are my shout outs. I think we did it. Barf.
Yep. I got one. I wanted to give a shout out / signal boost type thing to one of our guildies. Nin is fighting a little bit of cancer and fighting a little bit of medical bills. And she has a crowdfunding page set up to offset some of the costs. So the link is at the top of her Twitter page. I just wanted to let everybody know that they could go to twitter.com/lawlick01. That's LAWILIC01. LC01. If you wanted to get a look at that, it's not GoFundMe, it's somebody else, but it's similar. It's a crowdfunding thing. Wanted to give a shout out to her because, she's one of our greeters, and she's a guildie, and she's awesome, and she's working through the medicines, which stinks. So if you're a Twitter user, feel free to give that tweet from her a retweet so that you're giving her the signal boost. And if you're feeling generous, she'd appreciate it. And that's really all I've got, I think. Right? That wraps it up for us, everybody?
Yeah. I think
that's obviously going to be in our show notes, a link to that.
Yes, we will include the links for sure. But to wrap up the show for goodsies, you can find us on Twitter at converted_CTR. Turarts is at Turarts. Sal is at Summer_Sal. And Esh is at Eshelon. I can be found at Barfolomew_CTR. Sal, what's going on in 2 weeks?
Oh my goodness. We're going to have the one and only Ms. Silverbolt in the house in 2 weeks.
Which, she has lightly trolled us occasionally, so I expect chat to be on point that night.
Expect serious trolling.
Yes.
On that night.
We allow this.
I expect serious trolling on this night. I expect
a lot of Twitter shoutouts.
Yes. I just, I cannot stress this enough, that we need to pay Silverbolt back for all the evil she has done to us. But seriously, if you don't know Silverbolt, she is one of our event planners they all do so much work, but she has really consistent events with the Brawlers Guilds and the runs and just all this stuff.
CTR shenanigans, PvP, yeah.
So I really wanted to get her on. We all wanted to talk to her, and no, she's not going to be repping a raid team or anything like that, but she's going to be repping CTR event planners. Yeah. So September 25th, the one and only Silverbolt.
I'm looking forward to that show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll talk about it in 2 weeks when we see us again. For Turarts.
Bye.
For Sal.
Bye.
For Ash.
Bye.
And for myself. We'll see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really?
We've lost Sal.
He'll be back.